And we are live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream tonight as we've got a Western Conference battle between the Calgary Flames and St. Louis Blues. This should be a fun one. Big game between these two. Two teams that are right around those wild card spots. Calgary currently in a wild card spot. St. Louis on the outside looking in out west as of right now, although not by a whole lot. This is a very important game with a lot of playoff implications, and just looking for any of those points that you can get, any of those wins, and just battling it out with a big slew of teams in the Western Conference wild card battle. So you've got Calgary at 46 points, St. Louis at 43. Again, just needing to win every game that they possibly can, and it will be a big one tonight against each other. So welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys all so much for being here. We got to say hello in the chat. We have Aiden, Connor, BC Transportation, Brendan, Michelle, Makeda, Rangers fan. What is going on? Welcome, everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to get the poll up in the chat so you guys can start getting your votes in on who you think is going to win this one tonight. We've got the Flames on the road, currently holding a wild card spot at 46 points. The Blues are at home, 3 points back at 43, outside of a playoff spot right now. Very, very important win on the line. So, poll should be up in the chat. You guys can start getting your votes in, and we will get into the action here very shortly as we get ready for puck drop. Hockey fan, what is going on? Mr. C, welcome in. Earth Citizen, good to see you in the chat. Thanks so much for coming by. Valerie, welcome in. It's pretty good, Rangers fan. How about you? Thanks for being here. It's good to see you. Diego, what's going on? Welcome. Thanks for coming by. Getting everyone ready to go in the chat here as we are inching closer to puck drop. Calgary, St. Louis, both these teams need every win that they can get. Big, big battle right now in the Western Conference for those wild card positions. You've got Calgary, Edmonton, Nashville, Colorado, St. Louis, all within 3 points of each other. Minnesota is at 47 points. You can add them to the mix if you want a 4-point spread. I mean, it is very, very close. Nashville has won 4 games in a row and all of a sudden has pulled themselves 1 point out of a playoff spot. So it looks like the Preds are right back into the mix now this year, which for a lot of the early part of the season, Nashville was looking like a major disappointment. And now all of a sudden, 7-1-2 in their last 10 games, a 4-game winning streak, and they're 1 point out of a playoff spot. So there's just so much happening right now out west, and every single point that these teams can get is so important. Hey, Jeremiah, what is going on? Welcome in. Thanks so much for coming by. I had a pretty good weekend. How about you? I hope yours was great as well. Thank you for being here. Gordon, welcome. 80s forever. Beans, welcome in. Pablo, good to see you in the chat. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming by. Really appreciate it. So we are a little bit still away, a few minutes away from puck drop here. I think we're going to be about another 5 to 7 minutes before we get going in this one. Hey, Ace, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming by. We'll see if the Flames can bring it tonight. This would be a big win for them if they can. Yes, it is expected to be Markstrom versus Binnington in goal, BC Transportation. Man, Pablo, Panthers have just nothing has worked out for them this year. Paul Maurice obviously is not the guy behind the bench. I mean, it's been a disastrous year. I've talked a lot about the Panthers earlier in the season and why I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. And at this point, I think it's looking more and more like they are not going to be a playoff team this year. I mean, they are halfway through their season, 41 games played, exactly the halfway point, and they are under 500. I don't see the Panthers making the playoffs. I think there's a lot going on there that's not good. The offense hasn't been at the or isn't at the level that it was at last year, although it's still not bad. They do score a lot of goals. Their biggest problem is how many goals they give up. They just absolutely are giving up way, way, way too many goals this season, and it's resulting in a lot more losses. Oilers are going to be a pretty interesting team to watch down to the wire. I think there's major holes with that team. There's definitely areas of their game that you can exploit. And it's basically, do their top guys score enough goals for them to win games? If they get enough scoring out of their top six to win a game 6-4 or 5-4, something like that, then that's usually when they find ways to win. But can they keep the puck out of their net? Goaltending's been a huge problem for them. Overall, their defense isn't very good. I think it's still, the Oilers are not even a lock to make the playoffs at this point. They've got some major holes in their games that's they're going to have to be worked on, or they're going to end up being exploited, and they're going to lose a lot more than they should be, which already this year, they are barely hanging on to the last playoff spot in the Western Conference by 1 point. Like they have that last wild card spot by 1 point, and again, another team that's given up way too many goals. Edmonton has given up 143 goals this year. They're not going to get into the playoffs doing that. Ryan, that is correct. The Panthers did lose. They do not have a first-round pick. They traded it in the Ben Sherratt deal to Montreal last trade deadline. So you are correct. They don't even have their first-round pick for this year. I did not play for any college team, Aiden. Well, the Kraken have been a hell of a lot better than the Oilers this year, Pablo. It's not even close. The Kraken have given up 21 less goals than the Oilers have this season. So they are significantly better than Edmonton defensively. It would be absolute chaos if Edmonton doesn't make the playoffs. It would be absolute chaos if they don't make the playoffs. I mean, got to imagine that there would be like major changes to the front office and coaching staff there if they were to end up missing the playoffs this year. I do think that the Devils are going to make the playoffs. Yes, they did have a pretty bad December, but they seem to have kind of gotten the ship back on track here recently. They've been playing a little bit better. They gave themselves such a big cushion with how great they were for the first 2 months. I think that, you know, they've kind of stabilized themselves a little bit, and I do think that they're still holding second place in the Metro Division. Like, they're still in a good spot. I do think they make the playoffs. Hey, Vernon, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Good to see you in the chat. All right, we are getting ready to go. We're going to be dropping the puck as these teams line up at center ice. We're finally going to get into the action here. Again, starting goaltenders for both teams in the net. We've got Binnington versus Markstrom. We've got an opening draw between Kadri and Schenn. Schenn wins it back. Blues take possession, and we are underway. This is brought up now into the offensive zone, dumped in by Barbashev. Chase behind the net. Tanev tries to clear it around, but Schenn pinches it along the boards. Barbashev gets in there to help out. Forecheck digging for it. Up the boards it goes to Huberdeau. He gets stood up. Not able to get it out of the zone, at least as of now. Everybody digging for it again. Puck along the wall. Tied up in a couple of skates. Trying to get this one out. And eventually backhanded out of the zone there by Nazem Kadri. And Justin Falk will go back and get it for St. Louis as both teams get line changes. So here we are, 45 seconds in, scoreless start. Falk breaks out from behind his own net. Over to Buchnevich, now to Thomas into the offensive zone. Robert Thomas can't get that one through the Calgary D. Back the other way. Mangiapane with it. Offensive zone now, Flames on the rush. Mangiapane spins off a check, cycles to the corner. Past Michael Backlund. Blake Coleman in there as well. It's moved out to the middle, stolen away by St. Louis. They'll come the other way. It's Jordan Kyrou. Kyrou into the offensive zone. He fires a shot, and an early pad save there by Markstrom. Kept in now. Second chance the Flames finally get it out to the neutral zone. What's going on? The Card, welcome in. PW, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Good to see you in the chat. Dumped in across, down to the corner, chasing after it. We got a penalty call coming up here. And that is going to be Steve Santini going to the penalty box. Depth defenseman for St. Louis. St. Blues have a number of their regulars out of the lineup with injuries. And that means we're seeing some guys that we don't normally see at the NHL level in the lineup tonight. Jake Neighbors has been called up. Santini's up. Alexandrov's in the lineup. And one of those guys here, Santini, takes a penalty. It will be a power play now for the Flames. But that is going to be very short-lived, as right off of the face-off, they're going to get an interference call against Nazem Kadri, and he is not happy. And just seconds into the power play is over, and we are on to 4-on-4. So this is going to be some 4-on-4 action now with some open ice as they whistle Kadri for interference right off the draw. So we'll have a minute 55 now of 4-on-4 time. Matt, what's going on? Welcome in. PW, I do not care who wins this game. I'm just here to enjoy, hopefully, a good hockey game. Mitch, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. We got 4-on-4 action. It's Tyler Toffoli with the puck for Calgary. He's going to play it back to Mackenzie Weegar. Around now, lifted through the middle. Taken by Toffoli. Rest of the Flames get a line change as they hold back in their zone. Now up through neutral ice into the offensive end. Here's Elias Lindholm. His shot attempt gets blocked by Calle Rosen. Played now by the Blues as they take it in their own zone. Kyrou with it. Drop pass back, and they're going to settle things down and wait for a breakout play to open up from their own end. Behind the net, Coleman chases. Over to Parayko. Parayko plays it over to Shen. Shen through the neutral zone into the offensive end. He's not able to get it deep. It's stolen back by the Flames. Blake Coleman passes to the middle. Tanev comes up ice into the offensive zone. Drop pass. Backlund there. Spins back. Over there. Good shot attempt there. Binnington makes the nice save. Puck pops up, but gets gloved to the corner. Falk goes D-to-D with it. Mikkola with it. Pass back. Over through to the neutral zone. Over the red line into the offensive end. Shen can't maintain possession. Good step up there by Zadorov. It's taken back, though, by Buchnevich as he tries to drive to the middle. And that is going to result in a tripping penalty against Nikita Zadorov. We'll have 16 seconds of a 4-on-3 power play here for the Blues. Then it will briefly be, actually it's a 4-on-3. Then it will be a 5-second 5-on-3 and then go to a regular 5-on-4. Hey, Robert, what's going on? Ryan, welcome in. Derek, good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. Really appreciate it. We got 4-on-3 action here. Blues with the offensive zone face-off. Sherry, welcome in. Thanks so much for being here. Good to see you in the chat. One back by the Flames, though, and Weegar can send that all the way down. Good early clear here on this penalty kill. Blues get it back behind their own net. They'll start the breakout up ice. That one is not on target for anybody and results in an icing. And that's going to come all the way back to the St. Louis Blues zone here to finish out this 4-on-3. Then it goes quickly 5-on-3 and then back to a regular 5-on-4. So the 4-on-3 is over. It's briefly a 5-on-3. Now that is over and it's a regular power play for St. Louis. Here's a chance from the high slot in front and they score! Power play goal for the Blues as they rush up into the offensive zone and put that one home. They take advantage of the early opportunity, not even 4 minutes in, and it is 1-0 St. Louis. Pavel Buchnevich with the goal. And that is what the Blues were looking for here early on home ice. Great pass into the middle for Buchnevich. And he was trying to actually pass that one. It went off of Tanev's stick. Went off of Chris Tanev's stick and behind to Markstrom. He was trying to pass it to the back post. And either way, it ends up in the back of the net. Buchnevich got the goal, and it's a 1-0 lead here for St. Louis. Hello, Boston. What's going on? Axie, welcome in. Lifted out now. Flames looking for an answer. They carry it through the neutral zone. We're 5-on-5 again. Into the offensive end. There's Lewis with a shot and a glove save by Binnington. And 15:43 to go in the first. So we're just over 4 minutes into this one. Early power play goal here for the Blues has them up 1-0. Flames with an ozone draw. We'll see if they can answer. One back, top of the circle. There's Zadorov with a shot. That's blocked away by Binnington. Working it around down low. Dewar with a throw in front of the net there, and that's covered by Binnington as he grabs that along the post. And we'll get a whistle and another offensive zone draw coming for Calgary. All right, one back now to the point. Long shot there by Stone, and another save by Binnington. He's able to find that one through the traffic in front. Covers that one up as Stone blasted it from the point. Nobody really in the sight line except for maybe out high. So Binnington able to find that. And another good save early. Yeah, let's get some dono hype in the chat for Jeremiah. Dropping a 10 on the stream. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. Really, really appreciate it. That is awesome. Malika, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Good to see you in the chat. So we're just about 4.5 minutes into this one. 1-0 lead for the Blues as the Flames again with an offensive zone faceoff coming up, trying to answer. See if they can tie this baby up. Good to have you guys here tonight for this Western Conference matchup. Thank you guys for watching. Tomorrow, I'll be back for a doubleheader. We'll be doing the Capitals against the Flyers and then the Sharks versus the Kings tomorrow night. So that should be pretty fun. Worked around now. Lucic pass into the middle is stolen by the Blues. They'll carry out of the zone. Lucic from the red line sends it back in. Binnington now plays it over to Mikkola. Mikkola with a pass out over the red line into the offensive zone. Blues back on the attack as that centering pass goes off a skate. Puck bouncing around. Brandon Saad gets it down low. Markstrom sends it to the end boards. Played there by Zadorov to Stone. Up the wall it goes. Lucic to Kadri in the middle. Over the blue line and into the offensive end. He'll send it deep as Lucic takes the hit from Barbashev. That puck eventually taken away by St. Louis as Parayko carries out, gains the red line, rims it around the glass, and dumps it in. Flames back in their own zone. Tanev through to Uyghur. Up the boards, out to neutral ice. Santini steps up. Flames eventually get it in, but that's from behind the red line. It will be an icing, and it will be an attacking zone face-off for the Blues on the way. Lifted up now, out to the neutral zone, over the red line, into the offensive end. Taken away there along the boards. Mangiapane plays it down low, trying to drive it to the front of the net. Back out to the point when nothing was open. Shot through traffic, deflected wide. Around it goes, taken here. Coleman can't maintain possession. And eventually Nathan Walker's able to get it out of the zone as Chris Tanev regroups back for the Flames. Behind the net, trying to break it out. Lifted through the middle, over the red line, into the offensive zone. Dubé with it. Shot in there. Binnington makes the relatively run-of-the-mill save. Now he plays it to Falk behind the net, who sends it up the boards, but not out. Back to the middle of the ice. Blues get another chance to clear. Now it's Thomas into the offensive zone. Back to Thomas. Hops over his stick. Back out in front, trying to get it through to Buchnevich. Falk now off a body. That one deflects just wide of Markstrom. Kyrou gets to the loose puck through to Buchnevich. Buchnevich plays it behind the net. Takes the hit, though. Stolen away from him by Dubé. It's up and out. Cleared there by Calgary. 13 minutes to go here in period one. Noah Hannafin back in his own zone. Both teams in the midst of line changes. Hannafin will pass over to Anderson. It's deflected into the offensive end. There's a chance in front. Blues get to it first to clear it out of the danger area. Along the boards, Dewar going to pin Pitlick down low. Out there with Lewis as well. Here's Lewis. Trying to center one out in front. It bounces into the crease. And Binnington's able to find it before anybody else. He covers up. And we will get a whistle. Now with 12:31 to go in period number one. St. Louis still with the only goal of the game. Pavel Buchnevich on the power play. And we will head to our first commercial break of this one with a 1-0 hockey game. So thank you guys all so much for being here. Awesome to have you in the chat tonight. Please don't forget, it really means a lot. It helps the channel a ton if you can hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL. So fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everyone can come together, enjoy hockey, have some fun. We'd love to have you become a part of it. So, pretty good start to this one. Both teams have had their chances. Obviously, St. Louis has the goal, but hopefully this is a good back-and-forth game for the full 60 minutes. Good to see everyone here tonight in the chat. It's been a while since, feels like forever since I've streamed, although it's only been, 4 days? So last Thursday, I believe, was my last one before tonight. But I'll be back again tomorrow, doing a doubleheader tomorrow night with the Capitals and Flyers, and then Sharks and Kings. And then Thursday night, I'm not streaming Thursday night because I'll actually be calling a hockey game in person for UMass Dartmouth college hockey on Thursday night. So I'll be doing that game and not streaming here on the channel because I'll be doing some college hockey live. So here's an offensive zone face-off. Flames can't win it back, though. It's taken off the draw by St. Louis. That clearing attempt off the boards doesn't get out. It's kept in by Calgary as they work it around. Now it's given away at the blue line. Back the other way. Speed. Blues into the zone. Fires a shot wide. Good opportunity there for Buchnevich. Now he gets it into the middle for Kyrou. Kyrou tries to get it in, but Markstrom makes the kick save. And that's lifted out to the neutral zone. Played now by Parayko. He goes D to D. Blues right back into the offensive end. 11:55 now to go here in the first as the Flames regroup back in their own zone up through neutral ice. Huberdeau with a pass back to Kadri. Kadri with a shot that goes high off glass. Kadri with it now, trying to cycle around. That pass for Anderson's offline. 11:40 to go in the first. Hanifin sends it up the wall to Lucic. Lucic clears the zone. Kadri with it into the offensive end. Flames keep it in. Here's Hanifin down low along the goal line. His pass attempt goes off of Falk's skate. Tucker's going to take it. And Tucker lifts that one up and out of the zone. Markstrom's going to leave it for Hanifin now. Up the boards, trying to get it through to Ruzicka, but not able to. Second chance. Dewar gets it out of the zone. Brandon Saad has to regroup back by the red line. Plays it to his defenseman. Here's Tucker getting chased. Dewar in heavy on the forecheck. Pins him, hits him along the boards. Zadorov pinches in to keep it for Calgary. Flames heavy in now on the forecheck. That one's thrown in front. Pad save by Binnington. Second chance blocked by the hash marks. Out now, Blues finally clear. Barbashev with a big reverse hit. Then he drops his shoulder on Lewis. And we get a little pushing going on here as the Flames aren't too happy with Ivan Barbashev. And the whole play was offsides to begin with. So we'll get a whistle here and a neutral zone draw coming up for the offsides. Rick, what is going on? Welcome in. Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for being here. Yeah, funny enough, Jeremiah, they play in one of the rinks that I played in high school, so I'm very familiar with the rink and whatnot. And it's D3, so it's nothing fancy, but it's a lot of fun to do. So I've got a few of those scheduled between the end of January and early February. Moved up now over the red line into the offensive end. Walker with it, backhand in front, chance there, Markstrom comes across and makes a nice save. Jake Neighbors with a big opportunity. Markstrom able to steal that one, and it stays 1-0. Kelly, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Awesome to see you in the chat. Really appreciate you coming by. And we've got ourselves a pretty good start to this one. First 10 or so minutes. Behind the net now, played from the corner, up. And out to the neutral zone. Hey, Mike and Julie, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Parayko keeps that in, plays it for Thomas. Thomas in front. Pass attempt gets deflected to the corner by Anderson. Good D in the middle there. Now another chance for Thomas, trying to tuck this one. Markstrom able to keep it out. Lifted now by the Flames to the neutral zone. And they'll dump it in behind Binnington. Mikkola goes back to get it as we've got 9:35 to go here in the first period. Looking to work this one around now. Mikkola starting the breakout from behind his own net. Passes to Parayko. Parayko up the wall. Over the red line into the offensive end. Barbashev first on it. He gets hit by Zadorov. And gets some help, though, from Shen, who takes the puck back for the Blues. Spin around shot high off glass. Back down low, Barbashev. Going to tuck it in front. Kept to the outside. Flames steal it away as Lucic passes to Kadri. Kadri now into the offensive zone with Huberdeau and Lucic. Trying to get it down low. Lucic plays it back to the corner. Out to the point. Flames working it around. Still looking for their first goal. That's taken away. 8:50 to go here in the first, and Shen will regroup for the Blues as both teams get line changes. Played up through neutral ice. Pitlick will go against Weegar into the corner. Weegar finishes the check. Alexandrov gets in there along with Toropchenko against Tanev. Blues dig the puck out. There's a shot attempt. It's kind of flubbed there. Results in a pop fly. Eventually gloved by Markstrom. And he's going to cover that one up. We're going to get another whistle, another commercial break with 8:27 remaining in the first. And St. Louis still leads this one by a score of 1-0. So a lot of action going on around the NHL tonight. A lot of action around the NHL tonight. We'll look at some scores. We got Tampa Bay Lightning over the Columbus Blue Jackets right now 3-1. Minnesota up on the Rangers 2-1. Carolina up on the Devils 2-1. Seattle and Buffalo 2-2. Pittsburgh has taken a 4-3 lead over Vancouver. That game was 3-0 Vancouver early on, so blowing leads continues to be a problem for the Canucks. Detroit's up 4-3 on Winnipeg. Dallas and the Islanders are 1-1, and that is it for games that have started, other than obviously this one here. So that is your action around the NHL. So. Yes, Rick. O'Reilly is out. Tarasenko is out. Leddy is out. Levo is out. The Blues have quite a few regulars out of the lineup right now. Jay, what's going on? Welcome in. Eric, welcome in. Now 5-3 Pittsburgh. Wow. So, Pittsburgh here, 5 straight goals after giving up the first 3. Unreal. So, as we're coming back here from the commercial break, I think it's a good time to get a cheers in the chat. Got a beer ready to go. So, here's to a great night of hockey, a great stream. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Cheers, everybody. Really appreciate you all. And let's enjoy some hockey tonight. Here we go. Offensive zone draw for the Blues. Through to the middle. Markstrom with the blocker save right off of the draw. Around now. Back to the point. Long shot. That one gets sent. And Dewar's going to come back up for the Flames into the offensive zone. Sending this one in front. Nobody able to get a piece of it. Blues come back the other way. They can't get it past the blue line, though. Second chance now they do. Out to the neutral zone. Ruzicka throws it back in. Nomander, what's going on? I drive when I go, Nomander. Brought up now through neutral ice. Taken away. Dumped back in by the Blues as the Flames get back. It's Hanifin. Hanifin to Backlund. Backlund's pass attempt gets stolen by Falk, and the Blues can send it back deep. Down low. Flames trying to come the other way. It's Mangiapane through to Backlund over the red line. Dumped into the offensive zone. Around now. Down in the corner. Trying to dig this one out. Hanifin gets it through. Backlund below the goal line. Works it towards the face-off circle. Fires a sharp angle shot. Binnington's able to keep it out. Flames keep it in the offensive zone. We've got 7:10 remaining here in the first period. Working it around in the corner. Now Mangiapane against Tucker. Achari gets in there as well. Mangiapane muscles the puck out. Hanifin, long shot, knocked down in front. Backlund trying to find a passing lane through, but it's stolen away. Out to the point. Kept in, though, at the blue line by the Flames. Second chance. That ends up working itself all the way back to the Flame zone as it caromed off the glass. Zadorov with it now. He'll try and send it back up. Huberdeau doesn't connect on the pass. That's going to be an icing call. 6:35 to go in the first. It'll be an offensive zone face-off now for the Blues after Calgary just iced the puck. No, I do not, Nomander. No, I do not. Not at this point. I don't think so. Too inconsistent this year. Aries, what's going on? Welcome. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Flames out of their zone. It's Lucic over the red line with Huberdeau and Kadri into the offensive zone. Backdoor. Lucic scores! What a pass from Kadri! And Lucic just drives to the net, redirects it by Binnington, and it's a 1-1 game as the Flames tie this up. That is a big goal there for Calgary as they tie this game at 1. And a fantastic drive into the offensive zone. Kadri with an awesome pass across the ice. And Lucic is there on the backhand just to redirect it on goal as he drove to the back post. And that is a big goal to tie this one for the Flames. We are now 1-1 with just over 6 minutes remaining in period 1. Toffoli gets it down low. Dubé after it. Up to Kyrou, though, as the Blues clear it out. Thomas over the red line. He'll dump it in. Buchnevich will be first in on the forecheck. Tanev rims it up the wall away from him. Playing it to the middle. Buchnevich gets it back. Off the boards. Lifted out and cleared there by Dylan Dubé. Kyrou with it now, away from Lindholm. Thomas into the offensive zone. Back to Kyrou. Back to Thomas. Robert Thomas now down low to the corner. Stolen away by Calgary as Rasmus Andersson going to carry this up into the offensive zone. Over to Toffoli. Toffoli with a shot. And Binnington has to squeeze that as he covers up with 5:30 remaining here in the first. 1-1 hockey game. Blues scored first. The Flames have tied it. We're even with 5.5 minutes to go in period number 1. Wayne, what's going on? Good to see you in the chat. Thanks so much for coming by. Great to have you here. Really appreciate it. Pretty good game going right now. Calgary and St. Louis. Very back and forth first period. And hopefully it's a fun game for the full 60 minutes. Really appreciate everybody watching. Please don't forget, it really helps a lot if you get that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. So we got a fun one going so far, and a lot of good action around the NHL tonight. Looks like most of the games are pretty close. I mean, really all of them. I guess Columbus being down 3-1 maybe is the most like one-sided affair, but other than that, it's been very, very tight games around the league tonight, which is great to see. So we're going to come back now from the final commercial break of period 1. And we'll see if anybody can get a lead before this intermission, or if we go into the first intermission with an even scoreboard. We'll find out here over the next 5.5 minutes. Here we go. One off the draw. Flames trying to keep it in. That squirts out to the neutral zone. They'll have to dump it back. Thrown around down low to the corner. Oh, happy early birthday, BC Transportation. I hope you have a great day Friday. As that pops up and out of play, we'll get a quick whistle here and another face-off coming up. Attacking zone draw for Calgary. Shen against Kadri in the dot. And linesman doesn't like the drop, so they're going to redo that one. Carmine, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. It's always a pleasure to see you in the chat. As Lucic gets in on the forecheck now. Flames trying to work it in the attacking zone. Kadri along the wall, taken down low by Falk. He spins away from Lucic, over to Tucker. Tucker gets it up and out of the zone. Rolls in on Markstrom. He'll send it to his D-man Anderson. Now over to Hanifin, up to Lucic, and the Flames are out of the zone. Coming back the other way. Trying to bring it into the offensive end is Rasmus Anderson. Sends it to the corner. Lucic first on it. Throws it back out in front. Couldn't get the shot on goal. Good stick defensively from the Blues. Break that up. Backlund sends it over to Stone now. Stone with a long shot. That one's just fired wide. Lucic takes a hit to get it back to Zadorov. Played again by Stone. Taken down low. Played out to Zadorov as he works it along the blue line. Long shot there, and they score! Traffic in front. Looks like it was redirected by Michael Backlund. And the Flames take a 2-1 lead with 4:22 remaining in the first. And this one, the original shot comes from Zadorov at the point, but it was deflected in front. I believe it was Michael Backlund. Yeah, absolutely. What a goal there by Michael Backlund. Getting a piece of that puck and redirecting it by Jordan Binnington. It is now a 2-1 lead. Calgary leads for the first time tonight. And the Flames will dump it in right off the ensuing faceoff, trying to get back in on the attack. Blues able to clear it out, though, as it's brought up by Achari. Into the offensive zone. He'll chase on the forecheck. Heavy to the end boards against Tanev. Digging for it now. Both teams have guys in there. Walker, Neighbors, Achari for the Blues. Tanev, Dubé, and Lindholm for the Flames. Blues come away with it. Shot there. Markstrom gets a piece of it. Around now in the corner. Toffoli drops it back. Played behind the net now to Tanev. Tanev will start the breakout as the Blues get a change. Looks like Flames will get fresh bodies as well. It's up to Dewar into the offensive zone. His backhand attempt is deflected wide. We're down to 3.5 minutes to go in the first. And a long shot there by Noah Hanifin is scooped up by Binnington. He'll cover with exactly 3:30 remaining. It'll be an offensive zone face-off for Calgary. So the Flames have a lead now, 2-1. A couple of goals in pretty quick succession. Gives Calgary their first lead of the night. We'll see if the Blues are able to respond. Off the draw, St. Louis wins it back. Here's Rosen. Up and out, cleared by Anderson into the Calgary zone. He'll play it from the corner. Rip it up the near side boards. Around it goes. Trevor Lewis can't keep possession there. Jordan Kyrou will take it back. D-to-D play now from Santini. Over to Rosen. Rosen spins off a check and sends it back to Santini. Deflected through the middle. And eventually turned over as the Flames take possession again. Brought up now by Kadri into the offensive zone. 2:50 remaining here in the first period. Kadri plays it to the middle. Zadorov cycles down low. Takes it himself all the way around the net. Trying to drop it off in the corner for Lucic, but Rosen's there first and he'll clear it out. Trying to go back the other way. Flames dump it back in. Working around now. Here come the Blues up and out of their zone into the offensive end. It's Jake Neighbors with it, looking for a redirection in front. Nothing there. Kadri and Achari have a bit of an exchange. And it's dumped in by the Flames as the Blues go back to their own zone. Blues have it now, 2:10 remaining as they start the breakout. Braden Shen carries up the left wing. Moves it to the middle, off a skate into the offensive zone. Barbashev back to Falk. Falk in front, and a big save there by Markstrom. Donna, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Awesome to see you in the chat. Down low it goes. Blues trying to dig it out on the forecheck, but the Flames are going to carry up and clear the zone over the red line into the offensive end. Blake Coleman with a backhand and a big save there by Binnington. Blues come back the other way now, 2-on-2 up ice. Into the offensive end, top of the circle, shot gets blocked. St. Louis trying to keep it in, but not able to. Calgary comes the other way as Coleman. Drop pass to nobody. Blues steal that. They'll get it deep now as it's played by Saad. Stolen back by Hanifin, who goes D-to-D with Anderson. Up into the offensive zone. Played out over the red line. Hanifin dumps it in. Around it goes. 1:05 remaining in the first. Final minute remaining now of period number 1. Flames still lead this one 2-1. They lead shots on goal as well, 13-9. Blues get it into the offensive zone. Markstrom sends it right back out. Dan, what is going on? Welcome. Thanks so much for being here. Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. Toropchenko knocks down Zadorov there. It's played now by the Blues with under 30 seconds remaining in the first. Up into the offensive end. Here's Thomas. Pass across. Kyrou trying to find Rosen. It's stolen back by the Flames. Brought up by Dewar, but poked off his stick by Buchnevich. That allows Justin Falk to play it to the middle. Buchnevich back to Thomas. Thomas into the offensive zone. 8 seconds remaining. Down low it goes below the goal line. Flames send it up and out to the neutral zone. And that is going to do it for period number 1. Horn sounds. First comes to a close, but a 3-goal period. St. Louis struck first, but Calgary got a couple of their own late in the first. And here now at the intermission, 20 minutes down, 40 minutes of action still to go. We have a 2-1 Calgary Flames lead. And we will now head to the first intermission. We'll have a chance to hang out and chill in the chat while we wait for period number 2 to begin. Thank you guys all so much for being here. It's great to see you. Please don't forget, it really means a lot if you can hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. Just trying to build a hockey community where everyone can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. So, pretty solid first period there between the Flames and the Blues. Back and forth, both teams with chances. Some goals on the board, and we come out of it with a 2-1 hockey game. Can't really complain about that. A lot of other action going on around the NHL right now. All of the 7 o'clock Eastern starts are at the second intermission now. And I'll run through the scores of those games. We've got Tampa Bay 3-1 over Columbus. Rangers and Wild 2-2. Devils and Hurricanes 3-3. Seattle and Buffalo 2-2. Vancouver and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's up 5-3. Detroit's up 5-3 over Winnipeg. And mid-second period, the Stars and Islanders are tied 1-1. Other games coming up later. San Jose is in Arizona to face the Coyotes. That game will be starting in 20-ish minutes or so. And then Florida is in Colorado at 9:30 Eastern, which is the last game of the night. So that is your other action around the NHL. Pretty good schedule around the league tonight. Hey, John, let's go. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat for John, new subscriber to the channel. Awesome to have you here. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. Awesome to have you here. Mr. C, to answer your question, I think it's just going to be me. Baker, what's going on? Caroline, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Good to see you guys tonight. Thank you so much for coming by. Rick, I think you're gonna have almost everybody taking you up on that offer. Robert, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. We've got 20 minutes of hockey down here. Still 40 to go. At least 40 more minutes to go. Obviously, a long way away from knowing whether or not we're going to see overtime tonight, but it is still very much a possibility, and maybe we end up with some extra hockey by the end of this one. Who knows? But excuse me. We got at least 40 more minutes of hockey remaining here, and based on how back and forth that first period was, I think it's going to be a pretty fun 40 minutes of hockey. I just hope that we're back into the action, hopefully fairly soon. Although I'm pretty sure we're very early on in the intermission here. Yeah, still got like half the intermission to go. All right. Ooh, Sabres and Kraken, some 4-on-4 action. And there's been some interesting games tonight. Vancouver blowing a 3-0 lead and now losing 5-3. Detroit almost almost blowing the big lead that they had over the Jets, but they've since made it 5-3. I think they were up either 3-0 or 3-1, and then the Jets almost came back. It was a 1-goal game at one point. Carolina had a 3-1 lead over the Devils, but the Devils were able to come back and tie that one. So there's been some fun games tonight. He's not gonna win the Hart, Wayne. He's not gonna win the Hart. There's too many other good players right now in Boston for him to, I think, win the Hart. Where it's not like he's obviously been their biggest goal scorer, but it's not like he's single-handedly carrying the team. Like Boston's getting massive contributions from almost their entire lineup. So I don't think he's a standout number one player on that team the way some other guys are. I just don't think the voters are voting for him for the Hart. I think there are going to be a lot of other guys who have to carry a bigger load themselves individually on their teams that are going to be more in line to win that award. I do think he could possibly win the Rocket, though. I do think he might win the Rocket. But yeah, honestly, I do think that the Kraken are going to make the playoffs, Rick. They've shown me nothing so far that makes me think they're going to fall off some cliff and miss the playoffs altogether. I mean, if we look at the standings, they're in pretty good shape right now. 50 points through 39 games, third place in the Pacific. They've got a 5-point cushion as far as a playoff spot's concerned. They've won 5 in a row. I haven't seen anything from Seattle that makes me think that they're just gonna start stinking all of a sudden and lose a bunch of games. Like I just haven't seen it, and they've looked like a very solid team for a large majority of this year. And they're not as bad defensively as some people seem to think. Like they've only given up 122 goals this year. The division leader is Vegas, and Vegas is given up 120 goals this year. So like there's only a 2-goal difference there as far as goals against. They've actually scored 3 more goals than Vegas in less games played. So I haven't seen anything that makes me think Seattle's going to drop out of it. I think they're a playoff team, and I think Matty Beniers is going to be a Rookie of the Year. This might be one of the few times I get a preseason award pick correct. I did pick Beniers to win the Rookie of the Year back before the season started, and he certainly seems like the front runner right now. I did see Eichel play in college, Baker, yes. He played at Boston University, yep. The Rocket is the Rocket Richard Trophy, Dan, which is given to the leading goal scorer each NHL season. I mean, Buffalo is trying to take a playoff spot. Now, they're closer to taking Pittsburgh's spot more so than Tampa's. They're 3 points closer, Baker, to Pittsburgh's spot than they are Tampa's spot. I don't think they're going to take Tampa's, but they are only 4 points back of the Pittsburgh Penguins for that last wild card spot. And, Buffalo is 8-2 in their last 10 games. They are absolutely pushing to try and get themselves into a postseason position. This is not the same old Sabres that we've been used to for the last decade. This is not the same old Sabres. This is a team that has a legitimate shot to be in the playoffs potentially this year, certainly within the next couple of years. Wow, perfect timing. Matty Beniers just put the Kraken up 3-2 right as I was talking about him. Perfect timing. That's hilarious. Hey, Preds fan. What is going on? Welcome in. Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. Yes, Buffalo does have games in hand. Tonight is game 39 for them. a lot of teams are up at 40, 41. I mean, we're right about the halfway point of the season right now. So there are a lot of teams at the 40, 41, 42 games played mark. And Buffalo's only playing game 39 tonight. So they do have games in hand. Other teams that have a pretty low games played total is also the Tampa Bay Lightning, who are playing game number 39 tonight. So the Lightning have games in hand as well on a lot of teams. Detroit has games in hand on a lot of teams, playing game 39 right now. Out in the West, Colorado out West is going to play game number 39 tonight. So, you know, it is important to look at the games played at this point in the year as well, because that makes a big difference. A team might have a 4-point cushion, but if you know, if a team that's behind them by 4 points has 3 games in hand, that's not really a 4-point cushion, because they have a lot, you know, they have a lot of chances to make up those points if they win those games in hand. So, you know, it is important to keep track of, you know, how many games played they have as well. Peter, what's going on? Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Does who play on a college campus, Baker? Oh, yeah, Baker. Most of them play. Most of the D1 schools have rinks on campus, yes. So, like, Boston University, Boston College, Northeastern, Harvard, you know, you go to the Midwest, Wisconsin, Michigan, Notre Dame, Michigan State, Minnesota, like all the big D1 schools have rinks on their campuses, yes. All right, second period, gonna be dropping the puck here very, very soon. Oh yeah, one thing I missed out on definitely not going to a D1 sports school, was that kind of thing, where like literally there, like the rink is on campus, like you just walk to the game. It's so cool for sure. So, I that must be a fantastic thing to have on campus, where as a student you can just pile into the arena and walk to the game like that. Oh, big hit there. Lucic heavy in on Tucker. Good forecheck as we are underway here in the second. Flames lead it 2-1. And Lucic hammered down Tucker there. Up now into the offensive zone. Kadri. Yeah, very true, Jeremiah. Very true. But I probably would have gone to a D1 school, though, if I could do it over again. UMass Amherst was my second choice. I almost went to UMass Amherst, and now kind of wish I did, but it is what it is. Shot there, shot in front. Mangiapane rips one home. It's 3-1 Flames. Just over a minute into period number 2. Andrew Mangiapane able to get the puck right in the slot area and rip it home past Binnington. Calgary takes a 3-1 lead over the Blues. A ton of pressure here early in the period for Calgary as they have come out flying in the second. Eventually results in a goal as they extend the lead to 2. It's our first multi-goal lead of the game for any team. And Calgary is now up 3-1 in this one. Raging Canadian welcome in. Thanks for being here. So Calgary is now up 3-1. As that's fired into Markstrom's glove. He's going to cover that, and the Blues will get an offensive zone face-off. And there'll be an offensive zone draw now for St. Louis. Boy, Calgary here, the first minute or so of this second, have really come ready to play. And a great pass from down low by Hanifin to get that puck to Mangiapane. Just kicks it to the blade of his stick and fires it over the shoulder. Tin, what's going on? Welcome. Good to see you in the chat as Toffoli gets it out of the zone. Over the red line now, carried up and in. Dumped there by Weegar. Binnington sends it around. Up the wall, Parayko. Weegar keeps it in. Cycles it down low. Flames back on the attack. Offensive zone. 18:20 to go here in the second. Played through. Lindholm down low for Toffoli. Back after it now. Dubé in there as well. Big board battle. Mikkel is in there. Thomas. Thomas comes away with it for the Blues. Parayko up the boards and will clear it out to the neutral zone where Weegar's got to regroup with Tanev. Over to Tanev. Played over the red line. Pass up into the offensive zone. Ruzicka with a good shot. Binnington able to see it though, and he'll grab that as he covers it. And it will be an offensive zone draw again for the Flames. Trying to extend the lead even further. 3 straight goals now for Calgary after giving up the first one to Buchnevich on the power play. Flames have really gotten their game going since then. Going to be an offensive zone draw now. One back behind the net, played up the wall. Out of the zone, Blues trying to get it up ice. Into the offensive zone, Neighbors. He gets checked by Stone. Around past Zadorov. Walker's on the puck. Plays it down low for Achari, who cycles with Neighbors to the near side corner. Jake Neighbors gets checked. Back to Walker to the point. Rosen's shot gets blocked, and that's taken by Dewar up and out of the zone. Cleared now by Calgary, but it's going to be an icing call as that dumping came from behind the red line. They couldn't win the race, and the Blues will head right back down for the offensive zone faceoff. Around now behind the net. Up the boards it goes. Trying to get it out of the zone. Flames can't clear. Blues keep it in. By the face-off circle. Backhand shot. That one's just sent wide. Great opportunity there. Pitlick trying to go on the backhand, but he wasn't able to get it on goal. Here's Torpchenko. Can't maintain possession crossing the blue line. Blues will try again. Tucker dumps it in. Behind the net for Markstrom. Around it goes. Up the boards. Blues keep it in the attacking zone. Torpchenko with a hit there on Dewar. Then Torpchenko ends up going down. From a betting standpoint, Nomander, yes. They are the most favored team to win the cup right now. Here's Lucic cycling it to the corner. Kadri back to the point. Long shot. Played by Anderson in front. Trying to find Huberdeau there. Stolen back to Anderson at the blue line. He goes across with it. Taken by Hanifin in the corner. He cycles around down below the goal line again. Pinching is Anderson through Kadri. Around to the far side. Hanifin back through the middle. It's eventually stolen by Barbashev. And the Blues will come up now. It's Brandon Saad, but he's kept to the outside, and the puck's pushed to the corner by Hanifin. Moved back the other way. Stolen at the red line. Anderson will dump it deep. Flames get a line change. Just over 4 minutes into this one. Around in front there. Shot gets sent wide. Playing it up. Cleared here by the Blues. Flames send it right back the other way, though, from their own blue line. Braden Shen will try the breakout again. Up into the offensive zone. Hey, Ikeka, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. It's brought up by Uyghur to the attacking end. He's going to fire a shot right off the post. Oh, Mackenzie Uyghur. Almost blasted one there by Jordan Bennington, but he caught straight pipe with it. Flames keep it in the offensive end. Still on the attack. Trying to cycle around low. And Bennington pokes that one up, and it's carried out of the zone by the Blues. Buchnevich into the offensive end for Kyrou. Kyrou with a shot, and Markstrom makes the save. Cleared again by Calgary. Blues will try and carry back in. What's going on, Sprite Man? Welcome. Yes, I do remember Roblox games. Welcome back. Thank you for watching. Good to have you here. Teams can trade anytime, No Mander. Trading has been open since the start, or really actually since the off-season. Teams can trade whenever they want. They just haven't been very active on the trade market yet. Usually the trade market picks up as we get closer to the deadline. Markstrom's going to smother that one and cover it. We'll get a whistle. And that is going to be an offensive zone face-off coming now for St. Louis as they're trying to get this back to a one-goal game. Off the draw there. Shot gets fired wide. Up over the red line into the offensive zone. Taken down. Back to the red line. Dumped into the offensive end. Up the boards it goes. Cleared up. Dumped into the offensive zone. Back to get it. Lifted out to the neutral zone. Blues send it back in. Under 13 and a half now to go in the second period. We're closing on the halfway point of this one. Lifted over the red line into the offensive zone. Dumped in there by Ruzicka. 13-10 to go in the second as the Blues hold behind their own net. Up to Santini, trying to work it out of the zone. He turns it over to Lucic, who keeps it in. Ruzicka off a leg there. Bennington with a save. Rebound chance sent just wide. Flames have it now, still in the offensive zone. High shot there. That one gets blocked aside. Lucic on it. Works up the wall, but only Pitlick is there. He's able to clear it out for St. Louis. Brought up now to the offensive zone. Pass across. Down in the corner. Flames right back on the attack. Michael Stone. That shot gets blocked. It's over to Rosen. All the way down. Stone will chase. Markstrom leaves it for him now with 12:20 to go here in the second period. Moving it up over into the offensive end. Here's Michael Backlund. Backlund to the corner, up the boards, played out to the point. Long shot by Stone. That's stopped by Bennington, and then the net gets knocked off. As Mikkola drives Mangiapane through the crease there and into the net, which pops off its pegs. We'll get a whistle and an offensive zone face-off for the Flames on the way. I mean, Tampa's in the exact same spot this year that they were last season. They're third place in the Atlantic Division. Like, Tampa's not really struggling that much. Like, they're not as dominant as they have been in years past, but they're still firmly a playoff team. They've got games in hand over everybody else around them. They're at 49 points, assuming they hang on and beat Columbus tonight. They'll go over 50 points. They're third place in the division. That's exactly where they were last year, third in the division. So I don't think Tampa is struggling at all. I think they're right about where they were last year. Brought up now into the offensive zone. Parayko sends it deep. Schen's after it in the corner. Blues trying to keep it in on the attack. And that's lifted back out to neutral ice. Dumped in by Falk. Yes, Nomander, I fully believe that the Florida Panthers are going to miss the playoffs this year. Yes. We're down now, 11:08 remaining in the second. Brought up into the offensive end. There's a shot by Kyrou. That goes off of Anderson's stick, up and out of play. So we'll get a whistle here in our first commercial break of period 2. Calgary has extended the lead to 3-1. They're up by a couple here, closing on the halfway point of this one. Blues trying to fight back and find some offense of their own. Hey, Avatar! What is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Awesome to see you. Appreciate you coming by. We're at second period action. Calgary up 3-1 in this one. This would be a big win for the Flames, as they currently hold the top wild card spot in the Western Conference. And with Edmonton, I believe, not playing tonight. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Edmonton doesn't play tonight. They could extend their lead over the Oilers to 3 points over the Oilers tonight with a win. And they could also, well, they could try and catch Seattle, but Seattle is also winning tonight, so they might not make any ground there. But, every win is important for the Flames with the position that they're in right now. And this would be a big one if they could get up to 48 points on the season, keep themselves firmly in that top wild card spot. And then they wouldn't have to worry as much about the teams like Nashville, Colorado, and these very Blues who are trying to work themselves from outside of a playoff position into a playoff spot right now, only a few points back. It also would be big if they beat the Blues, because that would keep the Blues at 43 points and back outside of the playoffs. So this is an important game for both of these teams, and it would be a big win for the Flames if they can get it. Let's see. Hey, Michael, what's going on? Zach, welcome in. Thank you guys for coming by. Good to see you in the chat. Here we go, back underway. Played up and over the red line into the offensive zone. Yeah, Oilers don't play tonight, so right now it's a 1-point difference between Calgary and Edmonton. If the Flames can win this game, it will be a 3-point difference, and the Flames will be ahead of the Oilers. So that'd be big for them. Logan, great to see you. Thanks so much for coming by. We got 10.5 minutes to go here in period 2. Almost halfway through this one as the Blues carry into the offensive zone. Trying to find Buchnevich, just too far in front, so he'll cycle it to the corner. Rasmus Anderson's the first one there. Flames clear it up and out of the zone. Deflects into the bench area. We'll get a whistle. And a neutral zone face-off on the way with 10:14 remaining in the second. So, Calgary here trying to hold this lead. Blues obviously trying to score and get themselves back closer to at least first a 1-goal game, then potentially a tie game. We'll see as that one is won by the Flames, dumped in. Blues send it right back out. Digging for it along the boards by the red line. Taken up into the offensive end. Dewar with it. Dewar pass in front. Ruzik is not able to get a stick on that. Long shot from the point goes high over the bar. Blues trying to clear their zone. So far not able to, but here's a chance for Tucker. He passes it up. It's over the red line. Blues dump it into the Flames end. Chasing up now. Pitlick with a heavy hit on Tanev. Big forecheck there. Blues can't keep it in, though, as the Flames send it out. And Binnington will play it over to Rosen. 9.5 now to go here in the second as we're halfway through this one. Nazem Kadri pass to the middle. There's a shot there. Binnington with a big save on Zadorov. Another nice pass from Kadri. This time it doesn't result in a goal as Barbashev's back the other way. Cuts to the middle. Fires a shot. Misses wide. Lucic with it as we go end to end. Flames up over the red line into the offensive zone. And Lucic not able to redirect that one on goal as Falk will take it behind his own net. Justin Falk pass over to Shen. Shen doesn't get it out of the zone. It's kept in. Around heavy on the forecheck comes Backlund. Backlund and Coleman, along with Mangiapane, goes off of his skate. And eventually the Blues just send it up the boards and out to the neutral zone. Flames carry right back in. Here's Backlund. Michael Backlund can't get the pass through Rosen. Callie Rosen digging for it along the boards now. Trying to dig this one out is Coleman. His shot attempt gets blocked by Saad, and the Blues will get it over the red line. They'll dump it in. And that was played with a high stick there by Mackenzie Weegar. We will get a whistle with 8:22 to go. A face-off in the Flame zone coming up. That will be when we get back from this commercial break, our second of the period. And we are less than half a hockey game to go now with 8:22 remaining in the second. Thank you guys so much for watching. Flames up 3-1 in this one. Great having you here. Please don't forget, it helps a lot if you give that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everyone can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. Really appreciate you guys all being here tonight. Isaiah, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks so much for stopping by. Great to see you in the chat. And a solid Western Conference matchup here. Flames with the better of this one so far, but still a lot of hockey left to be played. Have a good night, Matt. Appreciate you watching as always, and we'll see you again soon in the chat. Hey, Kelly, that's easy to do. That's easy to do. I think that's what some of us are thinking more along the lines of. No, not at all. Kadri leads the Calgary Flames in goals, Rick. He hasn't been a disappointment at all. In fact, he's probably been their best forward this year. The disappointment has been Jonathan Huberdeau. He has been a massive disappointment, but Nazem Kadri leads the Flames in goals. He's been fantastic. Here's an offensive zone face-off for the Blues. They win it back. Down low. Played in the corner. Flames trying to work this one out. Played there by Mikkel as he'll fire it in on Markstrom, who snags it with the glove. And 8:04 to go in the second. That one will get covered, and another face-off on the way. Nothing, no Mander. He left as a free agent. When a player leaves as a free agent, you don't get anything in return. He's free to sign wherever he wants. Round now dumped in by Calgary. Can't maintain possession, though. It's worked up through the middle. Out over the red line into the offensive zone. Taken there by Rosen. Can't maintain in. Back to get it. Binnington sends it around. Lifted out. Thomas clears. Passes up. Buchnevich isn't going to win this race. That's going to be icing. As Hanifin is able to beat Buchnevich to the puck. We'll get a whistle. 7:27 to go. Flames offensive zone face-off on the way. Well, they're my favorite team, Megan. That's what I think about the Bruins. And I'm from Massachusetts, so I was born a Bruins fan. But they're the best team in the NHL this season. I mean, honestly, you look at the points, it's not even really that close. Boston's got 68. Carolina's at 57. Toronto's at 57. Those are your next closest teams. Boston is just absolutely destroying everybody right now. It's been a lot of fun to watch. I just hope they can do it come playoff time. And we're going to get a tripping call here to Callie Rosen. That's going to put the Flames on the power play. So a man advantage opportunity here for the Flames to try and extend the lead in this one. Chicago is the worst team in the NHL right now. What are they at? 24 points? Yeah, Chicago is fully tanking for Bedard. There's no question about that. Flames setting up now in the offensive zone, but that's sent all the way out. Good early clear here for the Blues on the penalty kill. Flames have to go back and get it. Yeah, they should, Avatar. They should. That's definitely a winnable game. RFA means that the team that has his contract is still in control of that player, Mr. C. So he's not unrestricted to just sign wherever he wants. He would have to change teams. He would have to be offer sheeted or obviously traded. But for a team to try and take an RFA, they would have to put in an offer sheet, which means you have to offer a contract. The player then would have to agree to that contract, and then the team that currently has the player's rights has the option of either matching that offered contract or letting the player go. But if they let the player go, they get draft picks in return. And what draft picks they get back in return depends on how much money the contract is for. So basically, unrestricted free agents are able to just leave anywhere they want, go anywhere they want. As soon as unrestricted free agency opens up in the summer, they can sign with anybody. And it's completely up to them. The last team they played for has no control over the situation whatsoever once someone's a free agent. In RFA, the team that has that player already has a lot of control over what happens. And very rarely do RFAs change teams. It doesn't happen very often. All right, see you later, Aiden. Thanks for watching. We got 5.5 minutes now to go here in the second. Power play is ticking down. One last rush for the Flames. They've hit a couple posts, but nothing in the back of the net to extend the lead even further. And now we are back to 5-on-5 hockey. This game is even strength again as the penalty is killed off. And we've got 5:10 to go. Second period, Tanev back in his own zone. D-to-D with Weegar. Weegar pass up is a little offline. And that's going to result in an icing call as we get an ozone draw on the way for St. Louis. No, Baker. Ultimately, I think he stays in Toronto personally. I mean, it may not be an 8-year deal. It may not be like he's in Toronto the rest of his career kind of thing. But I do think he signs at least one more contract with Toronto personally. But we'll see. I mean, there's still a lot to be determined as far as that shakes out. But just my feeling is he stays with the Leafs. That might change, though. If the Leafs lose in the first round again this year, and he really starts to feel like he really starts to feel like he needs to go somewhere else to have a chance of winning in the playoffs, then my feelings could change. But right now, I think he likely stays. Behind the net now, it's taken by the Flames as they carry this one up. Through, deflected in. And I guess it wasn't deflected. They're going to say that that's icing. And that leads to another whistle here with 4:16 remaining in an offensive zone draw for the Blues on the way. Flames thought that they got that puck and deflected it in, but linesman says it didn't touch anybody. Pasta better not be on any other teams than the Boston Bruins, Megan. I don't care. At this point, I really don't care what he costs. The Bruins have to re-sign David Pastrnak. Unless they want to just absolutely stink next year. I mean, we're already looking at Bergeron and Krejci both likely retiring at the end of this year. If you were to take Pasta out of that group as well, and if they were to lose Bergeron, Krejci, and Pastrnak from that forward group, that would be a devastating blow to the Bruins. They cannot let that happen. Taken now off to the corner. Mangiapane first on it. Rosen chips it past him though, and the Blues are back out the other way. Into the Calgary end. Neighbors will chase. He gets in on the forecheck. It's worked up the wall by the Flames. Back the other way they go. Mangiapane drops it for Backlund. Backlund on the backhand throws it in front. It's deflected to the sideboards. Jake Neighbors starts to break out the other way into the offensive zone. Flames steal it back. Brought now to the middle into the offensive end. Backlund top of the circle with a shot. Binnington makes the save. He covers that. Working it around now. Flames end up with another chance on the backhand. That's high off glass. Kadri just got a little bit under that one. Tucker takes it. Sends it up to the blue line. And eventually it's worked out of the zone here by St. Louis. Flames trying to get it back in, but they can't. Robert Thomas to the middle. Off the bench into the offensive zone. It's Pitlick. Pitlick with it. He'll just cycle it down. Lucic pins along the wall. Eventually it's dumped deep. Hey, thanks for being here, Earth Citizen. It's great to have you, as always. Worked up now. Pitlick's into the offensive zone. Here's a pass in front, trying to get through to Toropchenko. Loose puck. That one just sent wide of the near post. Flames get it up and out. Cleared now back the other way. 2:35 to go here in the second. Late stages of period 2. Flames lead this one 3-1. Been a while since we had a goal. Into the offensive end. Around now, played up the wall. Taken by Lucic, over the red line, into the offensive end. It's Lindholm. He'll get in on that forecheck. Dewar in there. There's a hit by Dubé. Excuse me, that wasn't Dewar, that was Toffoli. 73, not 71. Long shot missed wide. Anderson keeps it in. We're under 2 minutes now to go here in the second period. No, Mander, for a playoff spot, yes. For the cup, no. I don't think Seattle's going to win the cup. I don't think they're going to do that well in the playoffs. I think eventually their goaltending is going to cost them once they get into the playoffs. But as far as the regular season is concerned, I absolutely think that they're going to make the playoffs. I just think they're probably going to lose first round. Brought up now into the offensive zone. Taken now. Achari in on Anderson on the forecheck. Worked along the boards. 1:10 remaining now in the second. Anderson clears it up. And that's going to be icing again against Calgary as we'll get a whistle and an ozone draw for the Blues on the way. Taken now, it's already cleared. $50 seconds to go. And now the Blues ice it. So 48.5 to go here in the second. Blues ice the puck now as these teams exchange icing calls. It'll be an offensive zone draw for the Flames on the way. Around now, lift it up. Yeah, you'd think it would be a pretty easy negotiation, Baker. I mean, I would give him 8 by 11 all day long, no questions asked. I'd give him 8 by 11.5 if it really came down to push and shove. I'd give him 8 by 11.5. It shouldn't be that difficult of a negotiation. 15 seconds to go down the second. I mean, unless he's asking for something like Nathan McKinnon level money or something, I mean, then you might start getting into a little bit of haggling. But the Bruins should not be thinking twice about a 7 or 8 year deal at $11 million per, or even $11.5 per. Shouldn't even be thinking twice about it. Especially with the cap going to go up significantly by 2025. Like we know that next year the cap is likely only going up $1 million, but the year after that it's supposed to go up a lot. So you're going to start to see, you know, way more double-digit million contracts as we've made it to the second intermission here. 3-1 game still. Dude, McAvoy's an absolute steal now at his contract. Especially once the cap goes up. Especially once the cap goes up, McAvoy is going to be an absolute steal. As we've made it now to the second intermission, Calgary leads this one 3-1. And we have 40 minutes down, 20 minutes of hockey to go. Thank you guys again all so much for watching. It's awesome to see you. Please don't forget, it helps out so much if you hit that thumbs up. And subscribe. I cover the entire NHL. Fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everyone can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. I mean, the NHL has said that within the next, 3 years, we could be looking at the salary cap going up to $90 million. Actually, over $90 million per season. So we're looking at significant cap increases within the next 3 years. Guys now that are making $8-9 million, those kinds of players will be making, 10.5. Or guys now that are making 10.5 will be looking for 12.5 when we get, 3 years down the line. So, we're going to see contracts rise with the cap rise most likely. I think we've already kind of seen that with Nathan McKinnon's deal, which again, McKinnon's deal right now looked like an absolute boatload of money, but if the cap is up, say $8 to $10 million 3 years from now from where it is right now, all of a sudden, McKinnon's deal isn't going to be this big, crazy thing anymore at 12.6. I mean, with Matthews being up after next season and not even up after this year, Matthews could very well be looking for 13, 14 mil a season, banking on that cap increase, and that wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. So, circling back to Pastrnak, if you get Pastrnak at 11.5, that is absolutely well worth it for the Boston Bruins to not even think twice about Pastrnak at 11.5 per year. Hey, Gerry, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Awesome to see you in the chat as always. Really, really appreciate it. Bedard initially, Megan, will be making less than $1 million because that's what your entry-level deal is in the NHL. ELCs have a maximum. Is it 900K, Jeremiah? I don't remember the exact ELC maximum, but it's under 1 million. I'm going to look it up real quick. Max ELC in NHL. 925. 925K is the maximum salary for a player who's on an ELC. So but that's what Bedard will be making for his first 3 years while he's on an ELC. It's 925K, and after that, obviously, it's going to depend on how he plays in his first 3 seasons. But he'll be making significantly more, I would imagine, on his first real contract after that. Yeah, the 925 was for players drafted in 2022. So it does change with your draft year because the cap changes. So depending on what year you're drafted, it goes up. But again, it will be around that, somewhere around that. Maybe it's 950K for next year's draft. I don't know, but it's gonna be around there. Hey, Red Rubber, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for coming by. Great to see you in the chat. Really appreciate you being here. Also, we've got some other scores to check up on. The Lightning beat the Blue Jackets 6-3, so Tampa's now over 50 points on the season, joining the other top 6 teams in the Eastern Conference. So they are over 50. The Minnesota Wild and New York Rangers are going to overtime. That game is tied 3-3 in the third. At the end of the third. The Devils came back and beat the Hurricanes 5-3. A huge road win there for New Jersey. And that now gets them trying to close in on, or at least 2 points closer to closing on Carolina's division lead. We've also got Detroit up 7-5 over Winnipeg. That game looks like it's just about to end. Seattle beat Buffalo 4-3. Pittsburgh beat Vancouver 5-4. And the Dallas Islanders game is still 1-1. Arizona has taken a 2-1 lead over the Sharks. And Florida, Colorado is 0-0, just getting underway in that one early in the first period. So that is your NHL action for tonight. Yeah, we are. No, Michael, Pasta has been in the league for maybe 7 years now. Pasta's actually probably more than that. He was drafted all the way back in 2014. Wow, it's wild. He's 26 years old, but he's already been in the league for like 8 seasons. Is this year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? This is year 9 for Pastrnak in the NHL. That is absolutely wild that he has been in the league for 9 seasons now. And he's still only 26 years old. But he'll be turning 27 in May. He's actually just about a month older than me. Like, almost a month and 5 days older than me. And he'll be turning 27 in May. It's crazy that he's been in the league now for 9 seasons. God, time absolutely is flying by. That is wild. 9 years for Pastrnak. Well, Isaac, I do know that he is not the right coach for the Panthers, Isaac. What a disaster. What a disaster that team's been this season. Listen, you could say I don't know if he's the right coach for the Panthers. I do know that he's not. Paul Maurice is not the coach for the Panthers, and this season is not going well, to say the least. And I have a feeling he's going to be one and done in Florida. I think they're going to miss the playoffs this year. It's going to go down as a massive disappointment, and they're going to move on from him at the end of the year. I think he's going to be one and done in Florida. So, second intermission here. Calgary with a 3-1 lead. Trying to obviously hold that lead here in the final 20 minutes. St. Louis is going to need to find some offense. They scored early in this game on the power play. It was not even 4 minutes in when they scored the first goal of the game, and they haven't scored since. So it's going to be a big opportunity, or a big period for the Blues to try and get the offense going. And obviously Calgary is going to try and hold this lead. Maybe expand on it a little bit here in the final 20 and skate out of here with 2 very important points. But Pavel Buchnevich opened the scoring for the Blues, but since then it's been all Flames on the scoreboard. Lucic with the Flames' first goal, then Backlund and Mangiapane for Calgary. Yingling Lager from Pennsylvania, Michael. So again, all those games that started at 7 Eastern time are finishing up. And the Red Wings have beaten the Jets 7-5. Very high scoring affair there. Rangers and Wild are still in overtime. New Jersey is now just 2 points back of the Carolina Hurricanes to regain first place in the Metro Division. So the Devils had their slide. They had their rough month of December. They went through the stretch where they lost a lot of games and weren't playing that well, but they've since really been able to stabilize themselves here in the new year, and have gotten back into the win column quite a bit, and are now starting to move back up to try and reclaim first place in the division. Big win over Carolina tonight. Yeah, I have kind of kept up with that, Jeremiah, a little bit. absolutely wild. He keeps failing the physicals. It's like, I guess he hasn't officially signed with anybody because he keeps failing the physical, but we'll see if the third time's going to be the charm and he actually goes to Minnesota. But definitely a ridiculous offseason for MLB and Carlos Correa. I mean, 3 different teams now he's been in agreement with, but they can't agree on whether or not he's healthy. I don't know. I guess the Twins are going to pass him and say that he is healthy when the other 2 teams didn't. I don't know how that works, but definitely a pretty crazy situation. And not really a good one for somebody who's one of the biggest names in free agency in this offseason. Like, it's a star player with massive contracts being offered. And for this to turn into the debacle that it has, I don't understand why they don't wait to report the contract until it's officially done. Like, I don't understand. You know, what all these guys are tweeting about it and making this big deal about it, and then it ends up not even happening. Like, they should wait until the deal is officially done before they start posting about it and making such a big deal. Like, you could say like he's possibly going somewhere, but don't I don't say he's going to a team and then 24 hours later it's like, oh no, he's not. You can say, he's in discussions with the Mets or he's in discussion with the Giants or whatever. Like, wait to actually report it until it's really done, because as we've seen, it was reported he was going to the Giants. He didn't. It was reported he was going to the Mets. He didn't. It was kind of reported a second time that he was going to go to the Mets. They were like, okay, yeah, the troubles have been worked out. We expect him to now officially go to the Mets. He didn't. And now he's going back to Minnesota. It's like craziness. I don't ever remember an off-season debacle like that in my lifetime that I can remember. At least not in hockey. Buster, what's going on? Welcome in. We are getting ready for third period action here. And hopefully the third should be starting up here pretty soon. Calgary with a 3-1 lead. Taking it into the final 20 minutes. We'll see if the Blues can get the offense going. Or if the Flames are going to be able to hang on to this one and skate away with an all-important 2 points. Yeah, it's very weird, Rick, to say the least. All right, here we go. Teams are back out on the ice. Third period is about to begin. One last little quick skate around to warm the legs up, and then we'll be getting into the action. Appreciate everyone watching tonight. Hopefully we get a great third period between these two. It's been a fun game so far. We'll see if these final 20 minutes brings us anything spectacular. Here we go. Teams lining up at center ice. Going to get ready to drop the puck on this one. It's going to be Kadri in the face-off dot for the Flames. It's going to be Shen for the Blues. Referee is having a word, and then we are going to get into it as we are underway here in period number 3. Kadri wins it back over the red line. Flames up into the offensive zone. Lucic will chase in heavy on the forecheck. That one's down low, trying to dig it out. Blues able to come away with it. It's Falk. Off the boards, taken back there by Uyghur. Gets past him, though, and down into the corner. Tanev's after it. Shen chases. Up the wall, long shot misses wide. Barkov is scored for Florida. It's a 1-0 Panthers lead over the Avalanche in the late game tonight. Around now, taken by Hanifin. 45 seconds into this third period, the Flames have it. Up through the neutral zone, deflected into the offensive end. Jonathan, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you in the chat. You got Blues plus 2.5, so you just need St. Louis to keep this one close. Here they come now. Back out. Santini cycles past Rosen up and out to the neutral zone. Flames trying to come back the other way as they backhand it deep. Binnington plays it behind the net. Up the boards to Buchnevich. Buchnevich clears it out. Zadorov will play it in his own end for the Calgary. Stone has it. Back to Zadorov. 18:33 to go now in the third period. Binnington will play that one himself. Behind the net. Turns it over. Taken by Toffoli, who knocked that down. It's over now to Dubé. In on the forecheck. Around now along the wall. Dug out by Pitlick, and the Blues take possession back. St. Louis, knowing that they need a couple of goals here in the third period to tie it, trying to get the offense going. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely got a possibility as long as the Blues keep the game close here in the third. I mean, if they can get any scoring whatsoever, it likely will stay plus 2.5. But on the same token, if the Flames are clearly better here in the third, this could end up 5-1 real quick. So, speaking of the Blues, here's it. They are into the offensive zone. Fired in. Markstrom with a save. Rebound. And they score! There you go, Jonathan. You needed that. As the Blues get it back to a 1-goal game. Right on the doorstep. A rebound chance for Alexandrov after Markstrom made the first save. And it is now a 3-2 hockey game. St. Louis is right back in it. And a big goal for their fourth line. As Markstrom made the initial stop, but Alexandrov was right there for the rebound and able to push it by. This is a 3-2 game now with a lot of time left. Still 17.5 remaining in period 3. Anderson takes the puck for Calgary up through the neutral zone. Blues play it back at their blue line. Falk, D-to-D. Up into the offensive zone. Back for Kyrou. Kyrou with a shot. Kyrou scores! Rips it glove side! And just like that, it's a 3-3 hockey game as St. Louis has found the offense. Unbelievable. The Blues have found their offense, and all of a sudden, just like that, this game is 3-3 as Markstrom gets beat high glove side. And that is how fast things can change in the game of hockey. And what a start to the third period as St. Louis is back even. Around now behind the net, Markstrom up the wall. Blues trying to keep it in. That deflects up and out of play. We get a whistle with 17:01 remaining. Florida is now up 2-0 on Colorado. And St. Louis has 2 goals in 28 seconds to tie this thing up now with 17 minutes to go. Unbelievable start to the third for St. Louis. Back now, played across to Parayko. Long shot there. That one backhanded wide by Pitlick. Around it goes. Flames out of the zone. Carried to the offensive end. They'll dump it in deep. Bennington backhands it up the wall. That's across. Played over the red line into the... Can't get it into the offensive end. Back the other way's Mangiapane. Drop pass for Uyghur. Uyghur through the middle off of a skate. Pitlick gets to the loose puck. He'll clear it over the red line and dump it in as they get a line change. Flames back in their own net or own zone behind the net, getting a change as well as Stone carries out. It's Markstrom and Bennington in goal. Taken here by Falk. He sends it out of the zone. All the way down, no icing. Markstrom plays it over to Zadorov. Zadorov up to Dubé. Around now, Blues send it right back in deep. Trying to take this one in the corner. It's stolen by Dubé. He'll come back up ice for Calgary over the red line. Into the offensive zone. He's kept to the outside by Falk. Barbashev steals the puck, then turns it over. Bennington has to make a great save there on Ruzicka as Ruzicka fires one in after a terrible turnover in the middle of the ice by Ivan Barbashev, but the goaltender bails him out. This game remains tied up at 3. Ivan Barbashev can't be turning the puck over like that. Rosen sends it up the boards now, out to the neutral zone. Flames trying to dump back in, but they got to get onside. And that is going to result in an offsides here. 15:31 remaining and a neutral zone face-off on the way. Rangers won the shootout against the Wild and pick up another 2 points here tonight. The Rangers have been playing not too bad here recently. And they are now up to 53 points, I believe. They're going to knock Washington back to a wild card spot. Rangers are back into the top 3 in the Metro, and Washington's back to a wild card spot. Big win there for New York. Around now, the Flames get it out of the zone. Santini plays it. Brought up now to the offensive end. There's Walker. He takes a hit from Uyghur. Along the boards. Played out and cleared by Calgary. St. Louis regroups in their own zone. Stephanie, what's going on? Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. It's great to see you here in the chat. I'm glad you could stop by tonight. We got 14 and a half remaining. Tie game in the third. Brought up into the offensive end. Across now. There's Buchnevich. Looking for a backdoor pass. The Blues score again! Robert Thomas with the goal! What a pass from Pavel Buchnevich! And just like that, St. Louis is back on top 4-3. Holy cow! What a third period here for the Blues. I don't know what was said in the locker room at intermission, but it woke the Blues up, whatever it was. And they have 3 straight goals here in the first half of the third and have gone from down 3-1 to up 4-3. Hey, MC Lego, what's going on? Welcome. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Calgary is challenging for offsides. So we're going to have to get another look at this one. It will be reviewed. Calgary is challenging for offsides. Oh, Kyrou put himself offsides there, I think. He had the puck, but then he lost it. and put himself offsides. If he had maintained possession there, it would have been a goal. This is not a goal. This is offsides. Kyrou lost control of the puck and put himself offsides. And that is going to put us back to a 3-3 hockey game. The goal comes back on the Blues as Kyrou was over the line. And with 14:28 to go here in the third, it is back to a tie game and a good challenge there for Calgary. Again, if Kyrou had maintained possession with that puck on his stick, he can go ahead of the puck if he has possession of the puck, but he lost possession at the blue line. It rolled off his stick and he put himself offsides. So the right call is made. It's back to a tie game. That's a big break for Calgary, who's kind of reeling back now in this third. We'll see if that stops the Blues' momentum at all as Backlund carries it in. Poked off his stick. Blues in their own zone. Tucker in the corner up the wall. Kept in, though, by Calgary. Back across now. Hanifin fakes a shot. Works it down low. Back through the middle. Taken by Achari. Played up and out to the neutral zone. Blues backhanded into the offensive end. They'll get a line change. Over now. It's taken by the Flames. Carried back into the attacking zone. Played behind the net. Back to Zadorov. Long shot through traffic. Misses wide off glass. And that's back out to the neutral zone. 13 minutes to go here in the third. Dubé can't get it deep. Lifted out now over the red line into the offensive end. Saad. His drop pass gets stolen. Zadorov takes it for the Flames. Trying to work it around. In the corner, not out of the zone. Second chance they do clear as Lucic rumbles up ice. He's going to dump it in and will chase after it. Shen back for the Blues. Sends it to the corner. Lifted around. Played here by Huberdeau. He dumps it to the attacking end. 12:20 to go here in the third. Worked up. Taken now. Over the red line. Thomas turns that one over. It's stolen by Uyghur. Flames get it back to neutral ice. Lucic finishes his check. Buchnevich takes the puck. Kyrou in now on the forecheck, trying to dig it away from the Flames. Flames move it quickly. Lifted up and over everybody. 11:50 to go here in the third. Still looking for that go-ahead goal. Blues thought they had it, but they were offside. Taken now by Thomas. Worked back the other way. Here's Ruzicka into the offensive zone. And he gets knocked down there by Falk on the back check. Blues take the puck, able to come back up ice into the attacking zone. Driving wide as Neighbors trying to tuck one in there. Markstrom makes a huge save holding the post. Back out now over the red line. Blues carry it, dump it back in. Neighbors will get back on the forecheck, along with Alexandrov, who steals the puck in the corner. Flames cycle it back down. Worked up the near side wall now by Coleman over the red line into the attacking end. He'll backhand one in on Binnington. Around now, down low, behind the net. Coleman with it. Tyler, the Montreal Canadiens. Moved in front, played here by Walker. Back to Santini. 10:40 now to go here in the third as we're almost halfway through the period. Game is tied at 3. Huge third so far for St. Louis. They were down 3-1 to start this period. It's now tied up 3-3. To the offensive zone. Toropchenko chases. Flames move the puck. They'll carry back the other way. Here's Dubé into the attacking end. Dylan Dubé. Pulls up, tries to cycle down low, but the Blues steal. And that's cleared out of the zone. Down behind the net, it's taken. Puck in the corner. Played by St. Louis as they'll carry to the neutral zone. Into the offensive end, Pitlick. Tyler Pitlick falls down, trying to spin away from Anderson. That turns the puck over. Back the other way, Flames with numbers. Into the offensive zone. Pass across. Doesn't connect with Huberdeau. Back out now. Neutral zone. Flames trying to get it back. Saad will chase against Hannafin. Christopher, what's going on? Great to have you here. Thanks so much for coming by. Brought up now by Kadri to the offensive zone. Pass to the middle. Anderson with a shot blocked to the corner. Rosen on it. Lucic steals down low. 9.5 to go here in the third. Still looking for a go-ahead goal. Played by Brandon Saad. Saad's going to carry it now up over the red line into the offensive end. Blues back on the attack, working this one around. Long shot from the point there. Markstrom with a save. Schenn with a chance on the rebound. Another save by Markstrom. Puck ends up in the corner. Barbashev. Back to the point. Nobody home. Flames get it out to neutral ice. Parayko regroups. Barbashev back to Parayko. We're under 9 minutes to go here in the third period. Long stretch of play this last few minutes without any whistles. Bally Sports, Jeremiah, St. Louis's feed. As that's deflected up and out of play in the Blues zone. We'll get a whistle and a commercial break as we get a stoppage here. 8:39 remaining in the third period. Calgary and St. Louis tied up at 3. And we are going to be in for one heck of an ending here in this one. We'll see which team's able to get that all-important fourth goal. We head to the commercial stoppage. Appreciate you guys watching. Sandshark, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, it doesn't look like Calgary. Colorado's night. They're having a rough go right now against the Florida Panthers, down 3-0. Maybe it'll happen someday, BC Transportation. Who knows? So, third period action here. Commercial stoppage. Great finish coming in this one. But don't forget, guys, tomorrow I'll be back streaming again, doing a double header tomorrow night. First game is going to be the Capitals against the Flyers at 7 Eastern time. And then once that game ends, we'll go into the Sharks and Kings at 10 Eastern. So, an East Coast matchup and then a West Coast matchup tomorrow night. Should be a whole lot of fun. And two games that should be pretty interesting to watch. And both divisional games as well. So there should be a little bit of energy and spice to them as their divisional battles. So that should be fun tomorrow. So that's coming up. But we got to finish this one first before we start thinking about tomorrow. And Calgary and St. Louis here gearing up for one heck of a finish with this game tied in the third. Around now in the corner. Back underway. Third period from the commercial break. Flames trying to keep it in the offensive end. Working it around now. Justin Falk lands a check. Flames keep it down low, though. Oh, that's big for the Avalanche. 3-1. They're back in that game now. Again, that game is far from over. They're still in the first period of that one. That game is far from over. It's back to a 2-goal difference. And we just saw the Blues down 3-1 here, and now it's 3-3. Avalanche could do the same thing. That game is not done. So we got puck up and out of play there with 7:57 to go. Another face-off on the way. Flames in the offensive end trying to get the lead back. Blues trying to get a lead of their own here. It's going to be a Chari for St. Louis and Ruzicka for the Flames in the face-off dot. Around now, there's Parayko, backhanded up the wall. Lifted out over the red line, carried into the offensive end. Markstrom will come out to play it below the goal line. Sends it up the wall. Cleared there to the blue line, but not out. Second chance the Flames do clear. Working it around now. There's a shot. That one gets blocked aside. Achari can't maintain that one. Moves it to the middle. Dewar trying to get a shot, but it's poked off his stick. Here's Ruzicka with a high shot. That's blocked to the side. Around now, another shot that gets blocked. That's going to go up off glass. Flames keep it in for now. It's Anderson. 7:10 remaining here in the third. Parayko plays it behind the net for the Blues, and he'll pass it out of the zone. They gain the red line and dump it in. Now they'll head off for a line change. Working it is Hanifin as the Flames get possession back. Calgary up ice. Tanev over the line. Dumped in. But the play's offsides. We're going to get a whistle. 6:52 left in an neutral zone faceoff on the way right outside of the St. Louis end. Hey, Jay, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Awesome to see you in the chat. Center ice puck drop here now with 6:52 remaining. Still looking for that go-ahead goal for one of these teams. Blues thought they had it earlier, but the play was offsides. Got called back. And it looks like we're going to get a late TV timeout here. The players were all lined up ready to get going, and then the referees stopped it and said it's TV timeout time. So we are headed to a television break, commercials. Game's still tied up at 3, and boy, this is going to be such a fun ending. Hope you guys are enjoying this one, and I love seeing you all here. So please don't forget, it means so much, helps a ton if you can hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of every team are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everyone can come together, enjoy hockey, have some fun. And should be it's been a great game so far. Should be a great finish to this one tonight. Hope you guys are enjoying the game and the stream. Yeah, Stars won in a shootout over the Islanders, 2-1. So, again, a lot of the early games have all finished, but games still going on right now. The Sharks have a 2-2 tie with the Coyotes in the second period. And the Panthers and Avalanche just ended the first period, 3-1 Panthers. So Avs have their work cut out for them there. Dustin, what's going on? Connor, welcome in. You guys are just in time for one heck of a finish here between the Flames and Blues. This is going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to have this face-off right at the center dot. Looking for the all-important fourth goal, both of these teams. Kid, what's going on? Welcome in. Flames win the draw. Uyghur passes up. Played by Huberdeau, backhanded into the offensive zone. Lucic chases on the forecheck. Heavy hit on Mikola. Around it goes. Kadri gloves it down. Tries to cycle back to Lucic. Blues come away with the puck down low, though, and they'll clear. St. Louis back the other way. 6.5 minutes remaining in the third. Played to Markstrom. He'll give it off in the corner, and then we get a whistle. And looks like it might have been offside against St. Louis. Neutral zone face-off coming up. Face-off won back by Schenn. Blues take possession. Falk dumps it in. Around now. Hanifin spins away from Barbashev. Outlet pass to Lindholm. Elias Lindholm's been very quiet in this game. Would love to see him do something here at the end. Around it goes. Knocked down there. Played out. Neutral zone. Blues clear. Back up ice. Flames take it. It's Dubé into the offensive zone to Toffoli. Drop pass now for Anderson. That one through the middle. Nobody home. Back the other way comes St. Louis. Brandon Saad into the offensive end. Passes one through the middle. That one ends up in the corner. Barbashev cycles down. Zadorov with it. Spins away from Schenn. Will start the breakout up ice. Gains the red line. Dumps it in. Behind Binnington. Around the boards for Mikkola. He's able to chip it up the wall, but not out as Mangiapane keeps it in. Second chance, the Blues clear. Blue line again, but not out. Shot ends up deflected to the corner. Mangiapane gets to the puck. And finally, the Blues are able to clear. Buchnevich takes it back with 5:15 to go. Carried now over center ice into the offensive zone. Taken there by Coleman. Coleman going to carry it himself over the red line and then throw it in on Binnington, who shoves it aside to the corner. Coleman gets it back down low, looking to work it in front, but the Blues do a good job defensively taking away the middle of the ice. Tucker with it now. D-to-D with Santini. Under 5 minutes remaining here in the third period. Weegar knocks the puck down. Flames deflect it back into the attacking zone. Trying to get in heavy on the forecheck. Worked around, though, by St. Louis. They'll clear it out to neutral ice. Carrying over the red line into the offensive zone is Kyrou. Kyrou with a shot and a nice glove save there by Markstrom. He covers that one and we get a whistle. Offensive zone face-off for the Blues on the way with 4:28 remaining in the third. 3-3 hockey game, and we're going to head to our final commercial break here of period 3. All right, so we still have not determined a winner tonight. This is a tight one going right down now to the final few minutes. Avi, what is going on, man? Great to see you. Thanks so much for coming by. Appreciate it as always. Just in time for this finish, dude. This is going to be a great, great battle for the 2 points as we have a tie game with under 5 minutes to go. Can't wait to see who can get this all-important fourth goal. We might be going to overtime here, but there still is plenty of time for one of these teams to score in the third. So definitely not guaranteed overtime yet, but we are starting to get to the point where we should think about it because it is very much a possibility. Andrew, what is going on? Welcome. Thanks so much for being here. Good to see you. All right, we're back now from the commercial. Going to get back into the action. Very, very good game so far, Andrew. And kind of a stalemate off the draw. Blues trying to work it back to the point. They do. Shot there gets blocked. Back out now. Here comes Calgary. That hit the linesman, so it's going to be offsides. That allows the Blues to take the puck back. St. Louis with it. Parayko doesn't have a passing lane, so he goes D to D. Worked up now into not able to get it into the offensive zone. The Flames have it. 4 minutes to go here in the third period. 3-3 tie game. Lucic dumps it into the offensive zone. Around now in the corner. Flames trying to dig it out. Blues in there as well. Kyrou comes away with the puck. Up the wall to Thomas. Thomas back to Kyrou in the middle. He'll carry over the red line. Speed into the offensive zone. Drop pass for Buchnevich. Buchnevich sends it down low. Kyrou cycles with Thomas. We're down to 3:25 to go here in the third. Getting close to some OT potentially. Blues have it back. Possession in their own zone. Falk to the middle. Thomas up to Buchnevich into the offensive end. Played now by Falk, top of the circle, down to the corner, behind the net. Got Anderson all over him. Tries to wrap it in front, but it goes off the outside of the goal. Samantha, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Played out now to the neutral zone. Kyrou gets it back. Blues in the midst of a line change, still with possession. Into the offensive end, Brandon Saad. Braden Shen out there as well, along with Barbashev, but the Flames clear that one out. 2:40 left to go here in the third. Blues have it right back into the attacking end. Trying to throw this one in front, not able to. Hey, I appreciate it, Avi. Awesome to have you here, my man. Thank you so much. It's taken now. Backlund has it, center ice. And Bennington there with a good save. Yeah, I saw that one, Avi. 7-5. Jesus. And ESPN Plus picking a good time not to work. So sick of ESPN Plus being garbage. Just gonna pull it up on my phone. It's probably better. Unbelievable. You know, ESPN Plus is so bad. How does your app not work every single time I use it? Hello? Work. Okay, finally. All right, here we go now. Final 35 seconds. Calgary has it up into the offensive zone. Still 3-3. Around it goes. There's a shot wide by Hannafin. Down in the corner. Taken by Mikola. Up the wall. There's Brandon Saad. Blues coming back the other way. St. Louis into the offensive end. And that one's stolen back by the Flames on the back check. 15 seconds to go. Worked up now. Out to the neutral zone. Under 10 seconds remaining. This one looks like we're going to overtime. Blues are just going to hold in their own zone. This game's going to bring us to extra time. Period 3 comes to a close. The Blues, with a huge third period, come back from 3-1 down to tie it. And now we are going to get some overtime between St. Louis and Calgary. And some 3-on-3 action on the way. Both teams get a point. We'll see who gets the all-important second point in this one tonight. Luca, what is going on? Joe, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Good to see you guys in the chat. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate everyone watching tonight. Awesome to have you. Please don't forget, it really means a lot if you give that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL. Fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. Capitals versus Flyers, and then Sharks versus Kings, Andrew. It's posted at the top of the chat in the pinned comment. So, overtime coming up here. 3-on-3. Calgary and St. Louis trying to decide this one. It's been a very, very fun game so far. Hope you guys are enjoying it. And we'll see who's able to get this extra point here in OT. Should be a fun next few minutes. So, it's been a very good game tonight between these two teams. Hope we're in store for a great back and forth OT. I hope this does end in overtime and we don't have to go to a shootout. I hope this is an OT game. Has been an awesome game so far, Joe. Teams are lined up at the center dot, ready to go. It's Thomas against Kadri in the dot. Kadri wins it back. The Flames have possession. Calgary will get early overtime possession here as they win the opening draw. Huberdeau with it. Carried out now. Drop pass through the neutral zone into the offensive end. Driving through the middle, Huberdeau couldn't get a shot on goal. Now a 2-on-1 for St. Louis. Back the other way. Into the offensive zone, across for Thomas. And Thomas scores! Blues win in overtime. 4-3. A 2-on-1 goal for Robert Thomas. Puts this one away early on in the extra frame. And the all-important second point goes to St. Louis as they win this one 4-3. A huge comeback win for the Blues, who are down 3-1 to start this third period. They came back, tied it in the third, won it in overtime, and it's Kyrou and Thomas. Kyrou and Thomas into the offensive zone. Kyrou with the pass. Thomas with the shot. High over Markstrom. And St. Louis scored the first goal of this game. Calgary scored the next 3. And then St. Louis scored the next 3 after that. And it results in a 4-3 win for the St. Louis Blues. So this one goes final in overtime. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Really appreciate you guys being here. What a finish. What a game. And I will see you hopefully tomorrow night. But that is going to do it for me tonight. Appreciate everyone. Thank you guys again. Really, really good to have you here. And again, before you go, please don't forget, it really means a lot if you get that thumbs up and subscribe. I cover the whole league, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted. And I'll be back tomorrow night for a doubleheader. Capitals versus Flyers, and then Sharks versus Kings. Should be a fun night of hockey. So until then, have a great night, everyone. Have a great day tomorrow. And hopefully I'll see you all very soon. So thank you guys so much. Congratulations to the Blues. GG's to the Flames. And good night, everybody. See you guys next time.